This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska. NCN Sports is presented by Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. Liberty First Credit Union. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. Teammates Mentoring. Join the team. Be a mentor. Visit teammates.org today. Tom Dinsdale Automotive. Celebrating 20 years, Tom Dinsdale Automotive is proud to be community-driven. And by Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com.
And welcome to Lincoln North High School, the start and the site, rather, Andy, of the Heartland Athletic Conference Tournament Championships. Girls and boys coming your way on a Saturday afternoon on News Channel Nebraska. Brandon Axemit, Andy Klassen with you. First off, for the girls, Andy, we have a 1 seed versus a 3 seed. Lincoln Southwest taking on Lincoln North Star on the Gators home court. Andy, looking forward to a good one. As you look at recent history, these have been the two most successful programs in the capital city over the past couple of years.
They really have been, and North Star has been looking to get over that hump, right? They had a really nice run last year, dropping a game in the semis at state. So they have the talent. They've been there before. They were young last year. 3 returning starters this year. This might be the season.
As for Lincoln Southwest perennial powers, 7 straight trips to the state tournament, and like Lincoln North Star, made it to the semis last year, and they are off to a very good start again. One other thing that is on their side, these two teams did meet earlier. The Silverhawks did come out on top, 47-40, and so the Silverhawks are looking to defend their HAC tournament title. Lincoln North Star, should they win here today, it would be their first ever girls HAC tournament title in program history.
Almost feels like there could be a changing of the guard, right? Southwest has already won the conference regular season, 9 conference wins, battle tested. That 1-point victory over Kearney really said a lot about the chemistry of this team. And then you mentioned it, the 6-point defeat that North Star is looking to avenge.
We're about 5 minutes away from tip-off. Don't go anywhere. Lincoln Southwest and Lincoln North Star battling in the HAC Tournament Championship on News Channel Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Closer to tip here in the capital city. Time to talk key players, Andy. And we're starting off the 3 seed Lincoln North Star, Annie Liu, in her 3rd year as a starter. Andy, when you look at the success the Gators have had, she started since she was a freshman and has grown every single year. She is a D1 talent at this point.
Reliable threat to always give you that double-double, averaging 18 points per game, 9 rebounds, a returning all-stater, and you mentioned it, a 3-year starter, a leader for the Lady Gators.
Interesting key player for Lincoln Southwest, just a sophomore, Katie Irons. She was a navigator last year, transferred to Southwest, and she is filling the shoes of Kennedy Williams, who was a 4-year starter. And while Coach Tim Barrett has said she hasn't fully done that yet, she has done an extremely good job as a sophomore. She's leading the Silverhawks in scoring.
Yeah, she's a 3-point specialist, does a lot of her damage from beyond the arc, but you mentioned it, she's got some big shoes to fill with Williams. She's getting into that role, sharing the basketball, moving the ball around, and she has done a phenomenal job, like we said, keeping the ball bouncing here for the Silverhawks.
Irons averaging 14 points, 4 boards. It's about time for tip-off here in Lincoln. To stay with us, starting lineups when we return on News Channel Nebraska.
This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today. See the trainer. Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't see just anyone. See the trainer. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln, proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer. The pregame show is sponsored by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports.
Teammates Mentor proudly serves 10,000 students in 192 chapters across Nebraska, Iowa, Kansas, South Dakota, and Wyoming. But we need your help.
We're recruiting Teammates Mentors to help our students reach their full potential.
Meeting with a student once a week can make a positive impact in their life, and create a ripple effect in our communities.
Go to teammates.org to learn how you can get involved. Join the team, be a mentor.
Welcome back. It's time for our school spotlight, brought to you by Currency, which makes financing quick, easy, and secure for machinery, ag equipment, and more. Visit gocurrency.com. Lincoln Southwest, as mentioned, they've been one of the perennial powers in the capital city. They are the Silverhawks on the southwest side of town, as their name suggests. And Andy, they have won state title back in 2017, also made it to the state championship 2 times since then, runners-up in 19 and 2022.
Yeah, just a complete domination, you know, as far as the consistency, the regular season wins, and then the success translating over into the postseason runs they've had the past 7 seasons. Head coach Tim Berta really has something going there on the west side of Lincoln.
And Lincoln North Star, established in 2003 on the north side of the capital city near 27th and Superior. We talked about their success. Haven't had a ton as a program until recently.
Yeah.
First time ever making the state tournament back in 2023, 2 years ago, when this group were freshmen. Now last year they took a big jump. Not only did they make it to state, they won their first ever state tournament victory, making it to that semifinal against Millard West. And while Coach Tommy Johnson says, of course, that's in the back of our minds of what we want to do, we are really focusing on taking it one game at a time this season. And so far, that's led them to a 13-4 record.
Yeah, so far so good. And head coach Tommy Johnson's just so much fun to be around, energetic guy, and his team kind of mimics that. They play with high energy. They have 5 girls that really push the pace, glide out on the court. They kind of remind you of a track team, a very talented track team playing basketball.
Glad that you're with us. We're moments away from our starting lineups and then tip-off here at Lincoln North Star, the Heartland Athletic Conference Tournament Championship, here on a Saturday afternoon. Seven seconds remaining on the clock, and so we'll talk about how these 2 teams got here. You look at Lincoln Southwest, they defeated Lincoln East 62-27 in the first round, and then defeated Lincoln High in the semis 68-40. So the Silverhawks not really challenged getting to this point in the competition. Similarly for Lincoln North Star, took down Lincoln Southeast 39-21 in the quarterfinals, and an impressive victory, Andy, in the semis, 43-16 over one loss Kearney.
Wow.
Who was number 6 in our rankings. They had 9 points, the Bearcats, with 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter.
You know how the head coaches, they really nitpick their own team, you know, self-scout. Tommy Johnson was talking about how their defense needs to step it up a notch, and I think that performance there, once again, kind of mimicked his sentiment, like, guys, if we want to be a championship level type of a team, our defense has to improve. How about holding one of the best teams in the state, the Kearney Lady Bearcats, to just 16 points?
That is how the 2 teams got here. We're going to pause for the national anthem and get ready for basketball. Stay with us. Heartland Athletic Conference Tournament Finals coming your way next on NCN.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back. Sure.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. The wedding bands will be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
This broadcast is brought to you by Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Southeast Community College. Head to southeast.edu and discover your path to possible.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people that we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you've got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. First off, for the North Star Navigators. Your starting five: Sarah Gatwich, Olivia Anderson, Kendall Anderson, Annie Lou, who we highlighted, and Joyce Johnson rounding out the starting five. One senior in this starting lineup, that being Gatwich.
Yeah, Gatwich has been a perennial starter for the Gators as well, and Lou's length from that guard position causes a lot of matchup problems for the opposing team.
Now for the top-seeded Silverhawks and defending HAC tournament champs, Katie Irons. We talked about her. North Star Navigator last year, transferred to the Silverhawks this year. She's averaging 14 a contest. Then you have Brinley Norlinger, Hayden Rathie, Emma Dostal, and Eleanor Griffin rounding out the starting five. Griffin also averaging double digits with 11 points a contest.
Yeah, Southwest was going to be competitive. They're going to be a really good basketball squad regardless, but having Katie Irons transfer in really helped fill the void left by Williams. They needed a guard. They got maybe one of the best in the state. Still only a sophomore, still growing into that role, but still a very talented point guard in Katie Irons.
Those starting lineups brought to you by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. The first of two tournament championships here on News Channel Nebraska today. Girls starting things off, the boys will follow, and it's a potential for a sweep. The North Star Navigator boys also in the championship. They'll be taking on Lincoln Northeast.
And they got it at home court advantage here, if you will. It's all on the table for the Navigators to take that next step.
Glad you're with us. We are officially underway. The tip goes to North Star, and Lou with a look right away early from the tip, but a little strong. And Andy, you did point that out. Lou is 6 foot, but she is every bit a guard with her athleticism, making her a matchup nightmare.
Yeah, just fantastic vision, the way she shares the basketball, and she is offensive minded. I'll tell you what, she's looking to score every time down the court.
So the Gators in a 1-3-1 as that is tipped away. This will stay with the Silverhawks.
And there you're seeing some of that team length. Anderson getting her arms up, out, knocking that ball out of bounds. There you see her right in the middle of your screen, number 11.
It's a replay brought to you by Beatrice Community Hospital. Incredible care, incredibly close. Silverhawks trying to work it inside to Rathie. And we'll have a jump ball, and that'll be Southwest possession.
Boy, if you're a North Star fan, you got to be happy with the defensive performance you're getting so far. You're getting the hands on a couple passes there, tying it up. There's those quick hands once again. Anderson poking the ball away.
And you see 1 second on the shot clock. It's off, and it goes. How about that? Eleanor Griffin with the three at the buzzer.
Oh, man, kind of an early backbreaker, right? He played such a good defensive sequence, and then a hurried-up three off the inbounds falls for the Silverhawks.
Well, there's a deep three for the Gators, just a tad short from Anderson. another scramble. We'll have our second jump. It'll go to North Star.
Really like what the Gators are doing here defensively. They're kind of playing a zone, not allowing, making it very difficult for Southwest to work the ball in the middle, and that's how the Silverhawks like to play. Inside out, get that ball at the top of the key, inside the lane, then let all the things come together. Good on North Star taking that away early on.
Lou with the shot fake, driving inside and contested. Hayden Rathie causing problems for Lou there, but the Silverhawks do turn it over in transition.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there between Irons and Dostal. Irons was thinking Dostal would want to cut towards the rim. She was flaring out to start setting up the next set of plays there where people are going to rotate through.
Inside to Gatwich. We're trying to square up against Rathie, and there's the first bucket of the game for the Navigators.
Really like that job there by Gatwich. Under control. Boy, and how about this 1-3-1 zone? Just all over the place here for the Lady Gators, causing problems for Southwest.
We're getting a look at both head coaches there, Tommy Johnson for North Star. And you mentioned it was really interesting. They basically had a reset midway through the season after the moratorium. North Star started the year 4-0, and then they dropped 3 straight after the Christmas break, the first one being to Southwest. And he said, you know, we were trying to play this sort of fly by the seat of our pants style where, you know, we thought we were so good on offense that it didn't matter how much points we gave up defensively, and there wasn't really an emphasis on that side of the basketball.
Right.
And after that third loss to Columbus, a team that's sitting at 8-7 on the year put up 62 on North Star.
Yep.
They basically said, we need to entirely reevaluate. And how about some defense as we're talking about it, a shot clock violation.
Right on cue, that excellent defense. But yeah, you can't just rely on your offense to outscore the opponents. Class A across the board is too good. You mentioned the loss to Columbus was like a wake-up call. Well, I would say Tommy Johnson's figured something out, and so have the Lady Gators on the defensive side. You saw a case in point, causing the shot clock violation.
And since that reset, North Star's been 6-1 as it's inside to Gatwich.
Just keep feeding Gatwich. So good on the right block. Another powerful move using the glass.
Excellent start for the senior. North Star up by 1 as we're 3 minutes in. Stolen away by Lou, intercepts the pass.
And see the anticipation in that zone defense, understanding where they're trying to work the ball.
Good board by Rathie. Silverhawks quickly up the other way to Dostal.
Yeah, Rathie and Dostal, they're just grinders. So good at doing the dirty work, the tough jobs, those tough rebounds like you just saw.
Backdoor pass. And Gatwich stripping that away. Another turnover forced by this defense of North Star.
Yep, great help defense, collapsing down on the ball. It looked like Southwest was going to get something, a good look at the rim. Not the case. Double team, collapsed in time.
Gatwich wants it again. There's the double team. And stolen away by the Silverhawks. They still have it. I believe Olivia Anderson getting a steal, and I think it was a foul against Southwest.
Couple of really good teams, well-coached teams going at it here. Southwest trying to get into their transition game. And you heard the roar of the crowd. You love to see it. North Star, the student section, they came to life there after that last takeaway, came to their feet, huge roar.
Have a couple of substitutions for both teams. Alex Kroll in for North Star. Emerson Wells enters for Lincoln Southwest, offering a tall post presence for the Silverhawks. And Wells dives on the floor. And wins the ball back for the Silverhawks.
What a smart play there from Emerson Wells. She knew she was on her, backside, so she couldn't get up. Otherwise, that would have been a travel. She stayed cool under pressure. Actually threw the ball off of a Gator to retain that possession.
This will stay with the Silverhawks.
Man, you just gotta love that defensive effort thus far from North Star. You know I'm a sucker for a good zone defense.
And right now it's on full display by the Navigators. Wells, though, backdoor found some opening, and now she'll have 2 shots at the free throw line.
Yeah, head coach Tim Berda, I mean, he's one of those crafty type of coaches. Always has an inbounds play. Little backdoor cut there, freeing up Wells.
Wells, the youngest of 4 sisters. 2 of the older ones also are Silverhawks. Ellie, currently a senior at Pius, as she knocks down her second.
Divide and conquer, I guess. I've heard that term before.
Stolen away. Nice job by Norlinger.
Great help coming over.
Wells again inside with the power dribble, and she'll go back to the charity stripe. Foul called on, looks like they'll give it to Kroll.
Yep, and now that Southwest is attacking the rim, getting the ball inside, they're causing the Gators to, foul a couple times. Only 2 team fouls, only 1 on Southwest, so pretty clean game considering the pace of play we've seen thus far. Kirby Wells, Chase Grizzle, and Brady Lohman are this afternoon's officials.
So it remains 4-4 on your Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Go green with E15 and fill up at your nearest A stop today. 3 on the way, it's short. Lou with the offensive rebound and the easy putback.
Right there, you saw that footwork, just glided to that offensive rebound, wasted no motion, going right back to the rack. Kind of used one of her players as a screen as well. Just, you saw the craftiness, the smarts, and how she was just able to glide on her feet for the putback rebound bucket.
So you have McKenna Powell at the top of the 1-3-1 currently for North Star, causing problems. Kaylin Stauffer kicks it to the corner, partially blocked. Here comes North Star.
North Star is just playing with such great spacing in that 1-3-1 zone, being very disciplined, not getting out of position, not just following the ball or a lazy pass.
A couple of substitutions, Brooke Plain and Sarah Gatwich back in for the Navigators.
North Star looking to maybe go on a little run here with just over 2 minutes left in this opening period.
And we have a blocking foul. It's on Gatwich.
Nice job splitting the defense there. Alexis does a good job, and if it wouldn't have been a foul, it would have been a travel. She gets the whistle.
Instant replay brought to you by Mead Lumber, making you feel at home from design to finish. Also a reminder that this first quarter is brought to you by John Henry's, our family serving yours. John Henry's our first quarter sponsor.
There we go. Southwest starting to extend that man-to-man defense out. Something they're kind of known for. Playing very aggressive.
Johnson driving, in trouble. Just throws it up. Brought down by Griffin.
Yeah, tough shot. Once she came around and lost that pivot foot, she had the wherewithal, knew she would have to go up with it. Good on Southwest. Never giving her a good look.
Stoffer. Kick, and travel is called, and that is Gatwich causing issues.
And that's that team length, and this zone fits their team length just beautifully, perfectly. You think you got enough space? No, the defense is able to get there, close out, arms up, out, causing problems once again.
And we have a foul for running through a screen away from the ball. Goes against Stoffer.
Yeah, you're going to have a few of those. You know, typically with the Lincoln Southwest, as aggressive as they play man-to-man, they very rarely get out of their man-to-man. And as you saw right there, they're not afraid to fight through a screen here and there.
Gatwich, back door. She has 6 points.
Gonna have a 30-second timeout from head coach Berta. He did not like the look of that inbounds play.
So North Star jumping out to an 8-4 lead here. Big reason why Gatwich with 6 of those 8 points for the Navigators.
This broadcast is brought to you by Tom Dinsdale Auto. Celebrating 20 years, Tom Dinsdale Automotive is proud to be community-driven. And by News Channel Nebraska. Follow us on X at NCN Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Chevy in Aurora. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Welcome back. High school sports on News Channel Nebraska is presented by Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. Our coverage of the Hack tournament also presented by Currency. Does your business need help financing big ticket items? Currency is here to help. That 3 off the mark from Emma Dostal.
Once again, Gatwich closing out there late, altered that shot, put a little bit more arc on it than it needed.
Shot clock is off. North Star, I imagine, will try to hold for 1 here. Our coverage is also presented by Teammates. Join the team, be a mentor, go to teammates.org today. 7 seconds. That one well short. Chance to get a shot off here for the Silverhawks. This would count. And after 1, we sit Lincoln North Star 8, Lincoln Southwest 4 here in the Hack Girls Tournament Finals. Stay with us. You're watching High School Hoops on News Channel Nebraska.
This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today. See the trainer. Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't see just anyone. See the trainer. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln, proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
Welcome back. This is the 3 that started all of the scoring way back in the first minute of that first quarter. Eleanor Griffin with the triple.
3/4 of their scoring right there. That pretty impressive defensive performance there from North Star. Let's see if they can keep the pedal to the metal here defensively, holding Southwest to only 4 points in that opening quarter. You don't see that very often. blocking foul. And we should reiterate that this is the Heartland Athletic Conference Championship game, as we are at North Star, and they're wearing the visiting jerseys. They are actually the visiting team here, just the way the seeding played out heading into the tournament.
Silverhawks, the 1 seed, North Star, the 3 seed in this competition.
This is another thing you got to admire with North Star, how they can play devastating offense like you saw right there. Gatwich with the pull-up. But you saw how they really like to push the tempo. There they took their foot off the gas. Really nice offensive half-court set.
Gatwich is in the zone, 8 points. As we have a kick here, we'd like to remind you the second quarter is brought to you by O Street Carpet. Check out Steve Carper and the crew at O Street Carpet in Lincoln, near the intersection of 17th and O.
Anderson playing the top of that zone defense, getting her foot in the way. It's going to stay with Southwest, but gotta love how the Lady Gators are clogging up the passing lanes here. It's like they really got in their scouting report, understanding where the Silverhawks are trying to work the ball.
There's another kick. I think the point the Gators are trying to make here is that nothing's going to come easy.
Yeah. Passes have to be crisp. We're really going to try and keep the ball out of the paint. Johnson's been working her tail off in the middle of the court.
Inside, doesn't go for Griffin. It'll stay with Southwest.
Looks like a game of keepy-uppy, right? All-out effort for both squads.
Just towing that baseline, too. It ultimately stays with the Silverhawks here. Into Griffin. And jumping the passing lane is Lou, knocking it away.
Shot clock is winding down. Only 6 left. Southwest has to be aware of that.
And the shot clock does reset.
Jump
we
ball.
Have a jump.
Boy, there's a lot happening. They're good on the officiating crew. You had a possible travel over and back call with Katie Irons where she retook possession here. Watch when she gets this ball back. Like a pinball. Falls backwards. See how she had her foot on one side.
It's about the 5th or 6th jump ball we've had already. Indicative of the effort both these teams are giving here early on, as there's a 3 from Lou, in and out.
And it really shows you that both styles of defense can work or operate at a very high level. Southwest, they don't like to get out there man-to-man. They really like to deep for Irons. We told you she was a 3-point specialist.
That was, I venture to say, NBA range, and buried by Katie Irons.
Hey, great adjustment there from Irons. Why dribble it in or try to pass it in where they're denying it? Take the deep 3.
Silverhawks pushing with numbers. Irons again, this time a little bit closer off the front of the iron. Gatwich unable to bring it in. Officials say North Star ball.
The home crowd didn't like that call coming off the loose ball. Silverhawks going to keep possession here. Let's take a look. Tough one.
So we'll stay with the Silverhawks and baseline drive. Wells gets the rebound, kick out to Norlinger, no. And Lou grabs the loose ball.
Wells and Griffin doing such a good job crashing the boards. Nearly came away with back-to-back offensive rebounds.
Back to Gatwich, double teamed. 3-0, but net for Joyce Johnson.
You just felt it was a matter of time that one of those 3-point attempts were going to start falling for North Star. Johnson knocking one down.
Johnson, which is her first personal.
She's going to get a well-deserved break. Mentioned a moment ago how she's just really working hard trying to keep that ball out of the center of the court.
13-7 your score on the Midwest Auto scoreboard. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com as we have a charge.
Little frustration there from Irons, the way she lowered her shoulder and pushed into the defender. And good on Kroll. Checks into the game, causes a turnover right away. Huge impact, just a mere couple seconds into entering the game.
Almost halfway through this second quarter. Be sure to stay tuned for our halftime show, brought to you by Visit Kearney. You can find it all in Kearney.
Inside out, excellent job with the kick out from Johnson, finding their leading scorer, one of their leading scorers, in Kendall Anderson.
Triple knocked down, timeout taken. It's 16-7 North Star. Here in the HAC Championship, Lou from the corner. She has 7. Gators on top. We'll be back.
Other companies have the revolving door. Every time we come into Schaefer's, it's always the same people. The big thing to me is they know you by name. They know who you are, which makes a person like myself feel just warm and welcome here. And that's what's great about Schaefer's.
Schaefer's has the essential Whirlpool appliances you need, from refrigerators and air fry ranges to laundry pairs to keep your clothes clean and sanitized at everyday low prices. At Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances.
Welcome back. Brandon Axum, Andy Klassen with you here at Lincoln North Star High School, the site of the Heartland Athletic Conference Tournament Championships on News Channel Nebraska. Right now, the Gators of North Star leading by 9. They've done it, Andy, with tough defense and solid offense.
Yeah, North Star is just doing such a good job disrupting the start of each and every offensive possession for Southwest. They want to get the ball at the top of the key. Gators are doing everything they can to really take that away.
The only field goals for the Silverhawks, 2 threes coming from outside the arc. Nothing inside, though, so far for the Silverhawks, as Lou gets the steal and lay-in.
Back-to-back buckets for Lou. You knew who. Way downtown, follows it up with a transition bucket off the turnover.
And we have a foul. Looks like it's going to be given to Kendall Anderson.
Yeah, a little bit of a late whistle there, but this crowd is so loud. I don't think everyone heard it right away. A little bit of a tie-up collision at midcourt. So yeah, there's some obvious contact there.
Silverhawks working it around. Kick to the corner, ball fake from Gutnick, and baseline jumper.
Nifty little move there from Gutnick. Little pass, little fake pass, got the defender out of her way. Little pull up. Ah, great play from Lou at the rim.
9 points for Lou, 7 of them coming in about the last 60 seconds.
And you saw how she was under control, backed it out, and got the angle she was looking for.
This will be North Star ball. Reminder that this broadcast is made possible thanks to Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com as we get a look there on the replay. Our coverage today is presented by Tom's Dinsdale Automotive, a proud community sponsor. delivering outstanding service to the Tri-Cities. We're under 3 to go before halftime. Silverhawks get the ball back, force the turnover.
Quick hands, poking the ball away. See that so many times with Lincoln Southwest. It's the variety of ways they can turn an offense over.
Stolen away, here comes Gatwich. And nobody stops her. She gets her own rebound and puts it back.
Boy, just once again, I keep saying it, under control. I guess you'd call it a transition bucket. Nobody stopped ball.
And that basket puts her in double digits with 10. The lead is now 13 for Lincoln North Star. And Coach Tommy Johnson wants to take a timeout here for North Star.
I think he's also going to have a couple of substitutions come in for this offensive possession.
I'd like to remind you we're getting closer to halftime, where you're going to want to rather stay tuned for our halftime highlights brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Check out their locations in Grand Island and both in Lincoln at either South Point or downtown.
Well, it feels fitting to say Sauter Heyman Jewelers, our sponsor here of the halftime show, as North Star is putting on a defensive gem right now,
there
Brandon.
We go.
Holding one of the best scoring teams in the state to only 9 points so far in this first half. Just really amazing. Can't be overstated how well they're communicating on the defensive end.
22-9 here in the HAC championship as we near halftime. Johnson drives inside, doesn't get it to fall. Irons with the board.
Good box out there from Irons. You know, she gives up a little bit of height, but plays with good fundamentals. That time collecting a foul. Boy, she really had to toe the line. Be aware of that over and back call, but picks up the blocking foul beforehand.
It's the second on Kendall Anderson. And that was read all the way by Lou.
Whoops.
And a rare miss on the transition layup, but North Star keeps possession. .15 seconds on the shot clock. Deep three, doesn't fall.
Once again, good box out there from Emma Dostal.
Substitutions here. Olivia Anderson enters for North Star. As the Silverhawks just want to take some little bit of momentum into halftime. A basket here would go a long way, but the Gators force another turnover. Count the basket, and one for Kendall Anderson.
Anderson doing a fantastic job once again, helping out defensively. Flares out, the cherry picker. Defender obviously moving her feet in that contact. That's the third foul too on Irons. She's got to be careful. She's checked out.
A huge swing there for the Gators in their favor. Southwest had a chance to get a bucket. Instead, it's a three-point play the other way, and Irons picks up her third.
This is really smart. Johnson's going to check out. One of the players, just a key defensive player there, giving her a breather and protecting her from getting an additional foul here as the second half winds down.
More more tough defense. Foul is called against Anderson.
Boy, and that's a foul you really can. You can live with if you're a Gator fan. Trying to deny the ball away from getting down, but give Griffin, Eleanor Griffin, a lot of credit there, getting position to draw that whistle. Okay, so a little offense, defense, substitution here. Shot clock is turned off.
So 15-point advantage for North Star. Will they add to it here before the break?
Now don't fall asleep. Gatwich can do that to you.
And there she goes. 12 points for Gatwich. 17-point lead for North Star heading into halftime.
Fantastic job spacing out the court and letting Gatwich go one-on-one down the right side for the lay-in.
27-10 at the break here on News Channel Nebraska. North Star, they want their first HAC title in program history. They're sitting in a good spot here at halftime.
Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't just see anyone, see the trainer. From bracing to home health and rehab products, they provide the right solutions to keep you moving. Whether it's a chronic condition or sudden injury, their expert team will help you find the perfect fit. With a wide range of in-stock orthopedic, sports medicine, or rehabilitation products, See the Trainer is dedicated to improving your quality of life. Visit the professionals at See the Trainer in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
This broadcast is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Southeast Community College. Head to southeast.edu and discover your path to possible.
Somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
(27-10) your score here at Lincoln North Star. The third-seeded Gators leading top-seeded Lincoln Southwest by 17 in the HAC final. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen, an action-packed first half. Andy, let's just jump right in by taking a look at our halftime highlights. Brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones can be found at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations. So again, we talked about this, a rematch from earlier in the year. Southwest came out on top 47-40, and a good start for the Silverhawks. That triple hit by Griffin, but there was a lot of North Star after that, specifically really Sarah Gatwich.
Yeah, Gatwich been huge off the block. When she gets the ball that close to the rim, good things have happened for the Lady Gators.
She is leading all scorers with 12. Here's 2 more for Gatwich. She had 6 of the Gators' 8 points.
She just makes it look so easy.
Well, someone else who was a navigator, now a Silverhawk, Katie Irons. That triple knocked down in the second quarter. It was, Andy, 8-4 after the second, and North Star just increased their lead in the second. There's a 3 by Joyce Johnson.
Started knocking down some of those threes, you know, got that defense out of the painted area. Here you're seeing a transition bucket.
That's Lou. She had 2 points in the first quarter, 7 in the second quarter, and the defense.
Yeah.
The defense has been causing problems for the Silverhawks. Big momentum play late in the second, that and one for Kendall Anderson.
It's really been the story of the first half for North Star. Clogging up those passing lanes, turning the ball over, scoring in transition, and we saw it a couple of times, playing with real good spacing in the half court offensively as well. A lot of times moving the ball around, finding Gatwich either moving towards the rim or down on the block and just letting her work.
So the official stats, scoring at least, Gatwich leading all scorers for North Star with 12, Kendall Anderson with 3, Annie Lou 9, and Joyce Johnson 3 for Southwest. Katie Irons with 3, Eleanor Griffin with 4, Kaylin Stoffer, or excuse me, Emerson Wells rather, with a free throw, and Alexis Gutnick with 2.
There's that student section we mentioned earlier, getting really loud, very proud right now of their North Star Lady Gators and their effort, and they should. They should be very proud and pumped up right now with a type of a lead like this over the 1 seed.
Stay with us. More halftime show coming up on News Channel Nebraska.
Teammates Mentor proudly serves 10,000 students in 192 chapters across Nebraska, Iowa, Kansas, South Dakota, and Wyoming. But we need your help.
We're recruiting Teammates Mentors to help our students reach their full potential.
Meeting with a student once a week can make a positive impact in their life and create a ripple effect in our communities.
Go to teammates.org to learn how you can get involved. Join the team, be a mentor.
The halftime show is proudly presented by Visit Kearney. Find it all in Kearney.
Liberty First Credit Union. It's for you. You live in Nebraska or the surrounding states? Then it's for you. Want to earn cash back on your transactions? Then it's for you. Are you ready to start banking with purpose? Then Liberty First Credit Union? It's for you. We're not your typical credit union. We support you with personalized banking that's open to everyone. Start banking with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. We're for you.
Welcome back. 27-10, 3.5 minutes until third quarter action. Andy, let's take a look at the Kearney Sportsplex. It's getting closer to completion. I am actually planning to go get a tour later this month to see the progress of this bad boy that's supposed to open spring of 2025. And Andy, it's for basketball fans out there, there's going to be 60,000 square feet of hardwood gyms, 3,000 plus bleachers, and that's enough space for 8 regulation high school basketball courts, 12 volleyball courts, or 20 wrestling mats. That's just one of the many features this Sportsplex will be offering not only the city of Kearney, the state of Nebraska, but the region as a sports destination.
I just get excited thinking about all the tournaments, all the camps that are going to be held there. Basketball, you mentioned wrestling. You know, Nebraska, Iowa area is kind of a mecca for really good high school wrestling, and then we're going to bring in talent from really across the nation, not just to camps, but to tournaments as well. Tip of the cap to the city of Kearney, putting up the Kearney Sportsplex, and just thinking of all the middle school, high school, and maybe even collegiate activities that are going to be going on there.
It's going to be located directly off I-80. The Kearney Sportsplex will be a year-round, climate-controlled, multi-use premier athletic facility that can accommodate, as mentioned, youth and adult sports tournaments, camps, leagues, and recreation programs. Well, if you haven't, be like the 12,200 plus others, Andy, who follow us on X, formerly Twitter. We tweet out all sorts of things. If you like watching these games, we tweet out our broadcast schedule every week. If you like high school sports rankings, we tweet out those every Monday. If you like just general game updates, content, news, the interviews, highlights from the games we cover, all of it goes to that handle right there.
Oh yeah, Husker content, high school, multiple sports. Yeah, the Creighton Jays win a close one out over Villanova. First time in since they joined the Big East, winning 3 games in a row over the Wildcats. So that's going to be out on X. Probably already got that tweet seconds after that victory. So not just high school, not just college, not just Huskers, but also in-state, hailing out of Omaha, the Creighton Blue Jay content as well.
We have been known to give out live shout-outs as well for new followers. We're running low on time this halftime, but if you follow us between now and next halftime of the boys championship, we'll give you a shout-out. At NCN Sports, shout-outs live on TV for all new followers. I don't know what more you need than that for motivation.
This guy's stonewalling us here. I do like the new Herbie.
Oh, there. That's. Hey. I can speak for it. They do have very good popcorn here at LPS.
You are the popcorn guy, so if you give it the nod, I will as well.
Seemed like he was enjoying it as well. Hopefully you're enjoying our coverage as it's now time for third quarter action. And Andy, if you're Southwest, you're looking for some answers here to figure out what to do against this 1-3-1 zone.
Obviously, head coach Tim Barrett is going to have to change something up. They got in no whatsoever offensive rhythm throughout that entire first half, and their best scoring has come from beyond the arc. They might want to lean into that and hope that they got a good shooting night. They're going to need some help getting out of the 17-point hole anyway, so things are going to have to fall their way, and they got some really good 3-ball shooters, starting with Katie Irons, so they have the players to make it happen. But the way that they're trying to work the ball inside, it was like they're just banging their head against the door because North Star was slamming that door shut all first half long.
Well, here we go. We'll see what adjustments Coach Berida and company drew up in that halftime locker room, and Southwest with work to do if they're going to defend their HAC tournament title.
Yeah, so once again, getting into that 1-3-1 zone is North Star, clogging up the lane. A lot of bodies down underneath the hoop there.
And you see a full court press trying to be implemented by the Silverhawks. That did not work. Joyce Johnson, a wide open 3.
Johnson able to step into, like you said, a wide open 3. Beautiful press break. Once again, they just make it look so easy. It's not. I swear to goodness, it's not.
Silverhawks trying to answer. They do.
Yep.
Nice job by
That's got to be a big part of this offensive attack for Southwest throughout the second half. The way that North Star's packing it inside, not allowing that easy pass really anywhere. Lean into your 3-point shooting. Hope that some of those shots start to fall.
To your point, that's what they've been forced to do. 3 of their 4 field goals have been 3s.
Yeah, they have some prolific 3-point shooters too.
North Star taking their time. Gantwich kicks it to Anderson in the corner. It's short.
Still a nice offensive set. Good look there from the corner. And yeah, we got an official timeout because that buzzer will not turn off. There we go.
All right.
Tim Barrett, I was saying, you gotta be kidding me. We're driving down the middle of the lane. That's when we get the official timeout.
I was gonna say, you know, it helps to be home sometimes. I shouldn't even throw that out there. That was clearly unintentional and a mechanical issue that no one had control over. And the Silverhawks attacking the basket, and we'll get 2 shots. Griffin heads to the line.
You know, you're told never force it on offense. Well, sometimes you got to put your head down and make some of your own luck, and that's exactly what Griffin did here, working really hard to get to the rim and pick up that foul.
Griffin is leading the Silverhawks with 5 points. She had that first triple of the game and now a couple of free throws.
And that was big time because the shot clock was winding down. There was only a couple of ticks left when she knocked it down.
Gatwich again continuing to make it look way too easy.
Just gliding through the center of the lane, laying it in, that little almost a half Euro step to get around the defender.
Well, this third quarter, it's brought to you by Husker Rehab, where they treat the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms.
Huge break
Husker
there for
Rehab.
Southwest. Johnson just picked up her third foul. This is a big opportunity for Southwest to try and make some hay offensively.
And there is Irons with her second three. To that point, Irons also playing with 3 fouls. She needs to be careful.
Yes, she does, but they got to kind of roll the dice right now. And good on Berta, leaning on his three-point shooters here to kind of claw back into this one.
There goes Gatwich again. She is unstoppable right now.
A little bit of a push off there, but I like the no whistle because you also had Rathy for Southwest getting into that offensive drive, so a little back and forth.
North Star with a steal.
Yeah, Silverhawks just have not had an answer for this zone defense thus far.
Blue trying to get it inside. Foul is called against Norlinger.
And doesn't it just feel like the Gators are kind of in control? They're patient on offense. They understand where they're at score-wise, so it's okay to really wind that clock down, get a good look late in the possession. You know, you have to have a lot of confidence in your offensive sets to play with that type of discipline and play with the lead.
Good look for 3, doesn't fall for Kendall Anderson. Gatwich with the steal.
Just the anticipation, once again, understanding that Wells was running the court. She's always available for that dump-off pass. Gatwich taking it away.
Great pass inside to Lou. And travels the call. Basket won't count.
Tough break there for Lou. She shuffled her feet. She didn't argue with the official. Just kind of lost the ball. I thought Griffin had a partial block. That wasn't the case. Good call by the official.
And a charge on Irons. That's foul number 4 for the sophomore.
Official just did not like how Irons kind of, let's see, yep, extended her elbow out just a little bit there. That's her 4th. That's huge.
$17-point lead for North Star. Almost halfway through this third quarter. Our hack coverage on News Channel Nebraska is presented by Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. Coverage also presented by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? All you need is Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com.
Wow.
There's an easy basket for
The
Olivia
spacing,
Anderson.
Brandon. I mean, they got Southwest besides themselves right now. Everything is clicking for the Gators. What an offensive play.
36-17, North Star can taste that first hack tournament title. You're watching high school basketball on NCN.
This broadcast is brought to you by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Chevy in Aurora. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Hi, I'm Baylor Shireman, proud to call Aurora, Nebraska home. From dreaming big in a small town to being drafted by the Boston Celtics, I've always aimed for the best. That's why I rely on Rowe Buick in Grand Island and Rowe Chevrolet in Aurora for my vehicles. When you're driven to succeed, you choose a winning team. Before you drive away in your next car, check with the team that knows how to win. Rowe. It's the Rowe you know.
Get to Rowe.
Lincoln Southwest needing some points here. 36-17 halfway through the third quarter. They have not been able to cut into their halftime deficit thus far. And again, we talked about this defense, Andy. One thing we haven't hit on, but it makes sense. They're quick, they're athletic, North Star, but their length.
Yes.
5'10", 5'11", 6 foot, 5'11". You can see the impact it's having.
And they play with such great spacing. This 1-3-1 zone suits them so well. You mentioned the team length. That really lends itself to a tough zone to try and maneuver the ball across the court on.
Lou kicks it back out to Kroll, and now inside. 2 shots coming up for Kendall Anderson.
Just surgical with the passing. Being unselfish with the ball, working it inside, the little bounce pass there. And Anderson wasting no time attacking the rack. Knocks down the front end, extends this lead just a little bit more.
Five points now for Anderson. 21-point lead for North Star. Shot doesn't go for Norlinger.
Nice cut though by Norlinger. You know, a lot's going to be on her shoulders right now with Irons in foul trouble. That was a really nice offensive set. Good look, good play towards the rim there, just rims out. And it's kind of been that type of a afternoon, unfortunately, for Southwest.
Blue, the kick out to Anderson. A little too much legs in that one.
Yep. See, there's that team length coming into play there. You're trying to utilize the skip pass, get one over the top, get the defense out of position. The anticipation from Annie Lou once again nearly coming away with the steal, swatting the ball out of bounds.
Instant replay brought to you by Mead Lumber, making you feel at home from design to finish. Inside, doesn't go for Rathie.
So you can get the ball inside with some really nice bounce pass, moving the ball around, but then you still have a defender waiting for you underneath the rim.
And a turnover by the Navigators.
Okay, nice job there from Lincoln Southwest, not allowing North Star to get into their offensive set.
Top of the key, 3 short. North Star ball. So Gatwich jumper doesn't fall. But then North Star does force another turnover. Under a minute to go, Gatwich Gets it back to Kroll. And timeout taken by North Stars. Things were a little helter-skelter there. We'll take a timeout as well. 51 seconds remaining. North Star leads 38-17 here in the third.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the latest technology, from screening with 3D mammography, breast MRI, breast ultrasound, and breast biopsy. All services conveniently located in the BCH's Imaging Center. Schedule your screening today. Incredible care, incredibly close.
This broadcast is brought to you by Platte Valley Auto. With our vast selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, exceptional car care, and custom service, you won't find a reason to visit any other dealership. And by Nutrien. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
Welcome back. 38-17, North Star coming out of the timeout. Coverage of this HAC tournament is made possible thanks to Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com. Turnaround jumper is short. Put back goes.
Just a fantastic job there from Flan. Getting position, boxing out. Offensive rebound leads to a couple points. That looked good. Not a bad take there from Stauffer.
8 seconds. And Gatwich.
Wow. Just wow.
Just a nail. Hammered in at the end of the third. 42-17. Gatwich now with 18. North Star in a commanding position. As we head to the fourth, North Star feeling good here in the HAC Tournament Championship.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Zollner Ford and Beatrice has options to make the process of buying or maintaining vehicles easy and enjoyable. If you have your sights on a new vehicle, a member of our sales team would love to show it to you in the warmth of our showroom or bring it right to your driveway. For maintenance, we offer a few options to make service appointments convenient, like free pickup and delivery within 25 miles of Beatrice, including all of Lincoln. We can also come to you with our mobile service unit to help quickly get going again. Zollner Ford and Beatrice, sales and service with a smile.
Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen with you on News Channel Nebraska. Heartland Athletic Conference Tournament Finals. Lincoln and North Star, the 3 seed. With a commanding lead over the top seed, Lincoln Southwest. Hayden Rathie with the steal and the lay-in. Much needed for the Silverhawks.
There we go, extending that man-to-man defense out. Rathie going coast to coast.
So North Star takes a timeout. We'll take one as well. 42-19 here on NCN.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
So you had the steal and basket for Southwest. Coach Tommy Johnson says, let's take a timeout and not allow any sort of momentum to build for the Silverhawks. We do have a jump, and it will be Southwest ball.
No, I really like that timeout from head coach Tommy Johnson. You know, they're kind of playing a stall ball style of offense, and give Southwest a lot of credit. They're not allowing that to happen, turning over the Gators once again.
Irons back in. She fires from deep. That is her third triple tonight.
5 quick points here for the Silverhawks. Still a 20-point lead, though, for North Star, but you feel like you just cannot fall asleep right now because we've seen Southwest score in droves, well, past 7 or 8, 9, 10 seasons.
They are the defending HAC tournament champs. Also the regular season champs this season, having defeated all conference opponents, including North Star. That was a 47-40 victory back on January 2nd. And that'll be a foul on Plain.
Yeah, I like the adjustment here from Southwest. Now they're kind of sharing the ball around the perimeter a little bit to start their offensive sequences. For the most part throughout this game, they're really trying to get that ball inside the lane. North Star just was not allowing that to happen with any sort of consistency.
And there's a block on the putback attempt.
Oh my goodness, there's that team length. The defensive tenacity across the board for North Star.
42-22 your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Go green with E15 and Phillip at your nearest A stop today. Ball stolen by Rathie.
Boy, she's done a really nice job getting a couple of takeaways here in this second half.
Inside to Dostal. And that's going to be a foul called on Kendall Anderson. I'd like to remind you this fourth quarter is brought to you by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at lincoln.org.
That's the type of foul you don't really care for if you're a North Star fan here. Understanding that Southwest is doing everything they can to get into the bonus, you know, try and score from the foul line down the stretch. Oh, and the home crowd wants a jump. They're not going to get it.
Foul on Kroll.
A couple times now for Eleanor Griffin where she's really just had that determination on the offensive end, getting into the defender.
Worked inside to Norlinger for two.
I don't know if there's any team in the state that does the inbounds play better than Southwest. Once again, another lay-in right at the basket.
7-0 run for the Silverhawks to open up this fourth quarter. 5 minutes and change remaining. And it's stolen by Dostal. Still a long way to go for Southwest. Griffin goes baseline, steps on the baseline.
Wow. Just another fantastic rotation defensively for the Lady Gators. It felt like Southwest was getting somewhere throughout that possession, but good communication, rotation across the board for North Star throughout that zone.
Be sure to stay tuned for our coach's post-game interview, brought to you by Sarpy County Tourism. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com.
There we go, get the ball to the center of the court. Most effective way to break that press.
So that shot off, but Gatwich gets the rebound. Inside to Wells, doesn't go.
Oh my goodness. When it rains, it pours, right? Wells doesn't miss very many from anywhere, but especially at that spot.
And a foul will send Johnson to the line. Reminder that you'll want to stay tuned for our player of the game interviews when this one's all wrapped up. A lot of good candidates to pick from. It's brought to you by Nebraska Orthopedic Center, your healing destination, and also Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Buick in Aurora.
Coach Berta doing everything he can, substituting a lot of different players in for defense, offensive possessions. That time Irons coming out trying to protect her with those 4 fouls.
Johnson. Nice cut, Kendall Anderson. 3-point play. That is her second and one of the game.
And North Star can feel it. They can smell it, Brandon. Their first ever program hack conference title. It's right in front of them. Just 3:26 in between them and hosting the trophy up in the air.
First points of the quarter for the Gators. That puts it back to a 21-point lead.
And it felt like Anderson just slamming the door right there with that and one.
Johnson driving again. There's the kick to Lou. Olivia Anderson.
Yep.
And she draws the foul.
And you notice how North Star is okay with the kick out. They understand the situation, bleeding some time. Got a fresh shot clock, 35 to work with here.
Johnson taking it to the rack off the glass.
Sometimes you can lose track of the old point guard. That's exactly what happened. Good on Johnson, recognizing it as the lane kind of opened up for her.
There's a steal. Gatwich is running the court. Southwest with the foul.
Yep. That's not a bad foul for Rathie, because otherwise it would have been showtime on the other end. North Star would have had numbers.
Southwest will take a timeout here with 2:38 to go. We'll take one as well. Lincoln North Star, 2:38 away from a hack title.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
Just finished an epic game? Keep the excitement going with a stop at Good To Go convenience store on your way home. Refuel with a fresh coffee. Grab a tasty sandwich and fill up your tank to be ready for the next adventure. Whether you're celebrating a win or discussing the highlights, Good To Go has all your post-game refreshments covered. Make it a part of your game day routine.
Good To Go post-game snacks.
Welcome back. 2:38 to go. 47-24. Girls Hack Championship on News Channel Nebraska. Be sure to stay tuned because even after this one, as Lou is fouled, we have the boys Hack Championship still to come. Lincoln North Star boys, the 1 seed in that bracket, hosting 2nd seeded Lincoln Northeast.
Oh boy, the Gators looking for the sweep.
And again, history already seemingly about to be made with this being the first Hack tournament title this North Star girls program will ever have. None up to this point until this result becomes final.
Another good-looking drive on the right side from Annie Lou. In the back end of those free throw attempts to go.
There's the kick out to Irons. Little off the mark there. Board grabbed by Rathy and taken away.
It took them a while to get there, but they found a shooter in space, got the ball down to the baseline, able to skip it across the lane. Dangerous pass.
So Lou taking her time. 4 seconds, 2 seconds on the shot clock. Lou, as the buzzer sounds.
How about an exclamation point, right? Lou once again cutting to the rim as time expires.
Be sure to stay tuned for our top plays brought to you by Currency and Southeast Community College, as well as Tom Dinsdale Auto. Top plays coming your way shortly as a part of our postgame.
My goodness, there's going to be quite a few plays to choose from North Star. Their offense got hot early on, kind of stayed that way, but for me, Brandon, it's the defensive performance, their zone. Here comes a big round of applause as Sarah Gatwich is going to get substituted out. Everybody to their feet here, deservingly so.
Looks like we have a travel.
Sarah Gatwich has broken the all-time school record.
So we see here, we're getting a PA announcement that Sarah Gatwich officially broken the career scoring record at Lincoln North Star, passing Abby Kreiser. And what an occasion to do it in a game that will be a first for this program, winning this Hack tournament title. perhaps that plays a part in our player of the game consideration. That's pretty exciting for Sarah Gatwich. And again, just 36 seconds till this one becomes official. It's really been domination from start to finish for Lincoln North Star. Southwest never got into a groove. We've talked about it all broadcast. Just this defense, the 1-3-1 zone, causing all sorts of issues for Southwest. The top seed in this tournament, and the team that won the hack last year as a three's knocked down by Stauffer. But it becomes official. Lincoln and North Star with a dominant performance here in the hack tournament final, 50-27. The Gators avenge a loss to the Silverhawks earlier this season, but more importantly, win their first ever hack tournament title as a program. Stay with us. Our post-game show is coming up next. 50-27 is your final.
Hi, I'm Baylor Shireman, proud to call Aurora, Nebraska home. From dreaming big in a small town to being drafted by the Boston Celtics, I've always aimed for the best. That's why I rely on Rowe Buick in Grand Island and Rowe Chevrolet in Aurora for my vehicles. When you're driven to succeed, you choose a winning team. Before you drive away in your next car, check with the team that knows how to win. Rowe. It's the Rowe you know.
John Henry's is now offering electrical service. Our service professionals have been helping with plumbing, heating, and cooling in Lincoln and the surrounding areas for more than 25 years. Now, we're proud to offer the same level of professionalism in our new electrical service. From a whole home rewire to adding new outlets or electric car chargers, John Henry's can be your one-stop shop for all your home.
So you heard it, the first time in school history, program history for Lincoln North Star, the girls are hack champs, 50-27 over Lincoln Southwest. And what a performance it was. Andy is going to wrangle up Coach Johnson and our player of the game. After, of course, they get congratulated by the student section on a job well done. A lot to be proud of for this program. Again, it's been on the rise the past couple of years with this group. First ever playoff state tournament appearance 2 years ago. First state tournament win last year. And now, hack champs for the first time. We'll take a quick break, come back and hear from Coach Johnson and our player of the game.
When the game wraps up, or even before kickoff, our community welcomes you with open arms. The Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau is happy to have you here, and we want to show you what we're all about. From wide open spaces to music, shopping, entertainment, and more, there is always something for you to discover in our city. Stop by the Visitors Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit Lincoln.org. The Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
We are courtside back at Lincoln North Star, where the North Star Navigators take home their very first hack conference tournament joined by head coach. A lot of things happened here this afternoon. What are your initial thoughts?
Initial thoughts is that the girls just play phenomenal defense throughout this stretch. I know there was like some saying that we weren't focusing on defense. We're a defensive-minded team. Through these 3-game stretch, we held teams to an average of 20 points per game.
You guys got into that 1-3-1 zone, and it caused so many problems for Southwest. Why was that?
I think our length bothers a lot of people, but for the most part, the girls trust each other. You know, there's five moving parts within the zone, and all 5 got to be moving and doing their part. And when they're all doing their part, it's a machine.
You just kind of touched on there, the calmness your team plays with. Sarah Gatwich closed out the third quarter with a pull-up J as time expired. Everyone was hooping and hollering. She was just kind of moseying off. I mean, the coaches were excited. How do you guys play with so much calmness?
We just have that confidence built within us. We build up each other. We allow each other to fail. We allow each other to succeed at the same time, and we're happy. We're happy for our teammates' success. Their teammates' success.
Yeah, very unselfish team, no doubt. What can you tell me about tonight's player of the game, though? Sarah Gatwich scoring over 1,111 points, 18 points here this afternoon to be the all-time leading scorer, also collecting the hardware, that trophy.
Yeah, I mean, I call it D1 Sarah. You know, she's going Division I. She's one of those type of players. She could score at all levels. That pull-up jumper you seen, we drilled it all summer long. So it's great for her to do things that she's been working on and expanding her game.
Coach, thank you for your time. Congratulations.
Yep, thank you.
All right, let's bring in our player of the game, Sarah Gatwich. 18 points here, really taking it to Southwest. You also are the all-time leading scorer. What are your first thoughts? You just heard some high praise there from your head coach.
I'm happy about it. I really didn't know I was going to break that score today. So, you know, it's nice to know I'll be on that record board today. Yeah.
Coach talked about how you guys play such an unselfish brand of basketball. Like, you guys have so much confidence. Where does that come from?
I guess just from my teammates. You know, we all believe in each other. I feel like we have, like, good trust in each other, you know.
And what does it mean to you, not only having your name up on a banner now, an all-time scoring leader, but winning the first ever conference championship for the North Star Lady Gators?
It means a lot. You know, this team will be remembered forever because, you know, we're the first to do it. So, you know, it's awesome. Great feeling.
No doubt about that. Now, you guys dropped one earlier to Southwest and really took it to them here. What was the difference, and how can you build off a victory like this moving forward?
I feel like this time around, we had better defense this time, and we, like, had more trust, and we knew what to do, like, on the offensive end. We've been working a lot on offense, and, you know, yeah, you just got to trust that we make the right plays and things like that.
You made a lot of the right plays. Sarah, congratulations. Go celebrate with your teammates.
Thank you.
All right, Brandon, let's send it back up to you in the booth to wrap this one up.
Thank you, Andy, and congratulations to Sarah Gatwich, our player of the game. Brought to you by Nebraska Orthopedic Center. At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they're your healing destination. Also thanks to Roe Buick in Grand Island and Aurora. And lastly but not least, we appreciate the time Tommy Johnson taking with us as a part of our coach's post-game interview. 50-27 your final. Let's take a look at the top plays, brought to you by Currency. Does your business need help financing big ticket items? All you need is Currency, as well as Southeast Community College. Head to southeast.edu now to discover your possible. Girls Hack Tournament Championship, number 1 seeded Lincoln Southwest taking on the number 3 seed Lincoln North Star. These two teams met earlier in the season, about a month ago. Southwest came out on top 47-40. First basket of the game, an Eleanor Griffin triple for Lincoln Southwest. The Navigators come right back down and answer Sarah Gatwich. That would be a name you'll hear a lot of throughout these highlights. 2 points there early on. Back inside to Gatwich. Back-to-back bucket. She had 6 points in the first quarter alone. It was 8-4 North Star after 1. And the Navigators, they would extend their lead in the second. Now, despite a Katie Irons triple, 1 of 3 from downtown for the sophomore, it's 10-7. But this would be about as close as Southwest would be in that first half. You have Joyce Johnson knocking down the triple. All of a sudden, it's 22-9. And then an and 1 for Kendall Anderson, who finished with 8. North Star outscores Southwest 19-6 in the second. It's 27-10 going into halftime, and this is how we started the third. Transition 3 for Joyce Johnson. She had 8 points total, knocking that one down. North Star and their defense would just dominate. Now, you did have a 3 hit by Hayden Rathie, or a 2 rather, I should say. That was late in the third, but it was 42-17 after 3, and the damage was done. Southwest, the defending HAC tournament champs, did their best to try to rally. Actually went on a 7-0 run to start the fourth quarter, but you see the score at 42-19. With only 8 minutes to go, you're in too deep of a hole. And again, we saw Kendall Anderson and one earlier. There's a second. She finished with 8. Sarah Gatwich led the way for North Star with 18 and also became the all-time leading scorer for North Star. Annie Liu also with 12 points in that basket. But most importantly, Lincoln North Star girls, their first ever HAC tournament title, and they do it in emphatic fashion. 50-27, your final score. Going down the stats, 18 for Sarah Gatwich, 2 for Olivia Anderson, 8 for Kendall Anderson, Annie Liu with 12, Joyce Johnson with 8, and Brooke Plain with 2 for North Star. For Lincoln Southwest, it's 9 for Katie Irons, 2 for Brinley Norlinger, 5 for Hayden Rathie, 5 for Eleanor Griffin, 1 for Emerson Wells, Kaylin Stauffer with 3, and Alexis Gutnick with 2. So we are 25 minutes to tip for the boys, 15 minutes until our official pregame starts. We are going to go to regular programming here on News Channel Nebraska for the next 15 minutes. So we're going to sign off here. Regular programming will resume, but don't go anywhere. Grab a drink, grab some popcorn, grab some snacks, and again, be back in front of your TV in 15 minutes because we have a 1-2 Lincoln North Star versus Lincoln at Northeast HAC Tournament Boys Championship coming up next. We'll see you in 15 minutes.
We now join regular programming on News Channel Nebraska.